Hi everyone, good morning. Good morning to all of you, and it is such a pleasure to be able to talk to all of you in the morning. And as promised, that after 15th, we promised that we will be starting with the Transform series, and I'm just waiting for our Deepti to join in also. So first of all, let me know with a thumbs up, all of you are doing well. Just let me know in a thumbs up, and I know it has been tough times, and first of all, I would like to take this opportunity to pay my condolences and pay my my respect to the departed souls in Ahmedabad. It is like a shocker for all of us, and it is unimaginable that uh, thing like that happened with the air crash and the aeroplane landing on the uh, medical college. It is really a shocking thing, and that is the day when we saw that news about the air crash. That is the day when we thought that we need to come back to our students. It was such a difficult time for us as well. The whole day we were just looking at the social media and seeing what is happening, what is not happening. It is truly tragic, and we were wondering, how would children look at it? Because one of the things that is the truth of life is that we all are temporary on this planet, and it is the truth of life. But as kids, you're not supposed to have something like this happen in your life. So I know that it kind of shakes you up. As kids, you are prepared, you start thinking of the perspective कि sir अभी पढ़े भी तो क्या फायदा है, क्या करना है, जिंदगी का नहीं पता. I understand that, and we totally hear you, we understand that, and I think uh, it is highly tragic whatever has happened.
Absolutely, yes. And especially, definitely, we all understand that with the airplane crash, we were, the worst thing we wanted to hear was that no one survived, right? But it is equally more tragic to hear that it crashed on our medical college. Our students from BGMC are affected, and it is really, really very sad. And just hoping that everyone, revives back from this. Those who have lost their dear ones, I think nothing can console them. Absolutely nothing. It is something which is unimaginable, and it takes a lot of time to overcome things like that. And, definitely air travel is never going to be the same after this. It's always going to bring back those memories. Even if we did not know these people, they are our people, right? And our heart aches for each one out there. Uh, as much as we, are disturbed with this situation, we understand that all of you are. आप तो हमसे भी छोटे हो, and it is very difficult, but we have to realize that uh, you also have your own journey uh, to continue. Yes, and uh, whether we like it or not, we have to continue. Okay, so you all have to understand that we have to keep the perspectives. We have to know that we have to move out of this and get back on track. Time and again, something happens that, sort of literally shakes us, and we feel drained of all the energy, of all the power. But कहीं ना कहीं शुरू करना पड़ेगा. Do you understand this? Um, and
I
believe me, when
totally
I say that, I
agree with you.
literally mean it. I know it has shaken each one of us. But कितना भी हमें लगे कि we feel that we don't have the power to restart, we have to restart, right?
And probably, at a younger age at which you are, it is even more tough because, we always assume, and we all assume that, we have like so many years left to do this, do that. And suddenly when that is, we are jolted by an episode like this, it shakes up the perspective, and it makes us feel very exhausted, makes us, find it difficult to focus. I understand all of that. The only thing that I want you to take from this episode is it further tells you that all we have right is now. So if you were postponing things, it is a good idea right now to, take a step back and understand that, whatever you want to do in this life, whatever, that could be, building up a career, that could be saying hello to someone, that could be, maybe yesterday was Father's Day, maybe you wanted to wish your father, whatever you want to do has to be done now. Now is the most critical word that we have learned. And I understand that, we start questioning everything about life when we see such an episode, but then it also tells us the value of now. It tells us the value of the time that we have. And me and Dr. Deepti, we were talking, and we thought, this is the time where, we have to be with our children again. We have to be with our students again. And so we decided that, we should be starting the morning session again. Also, if we look at the world around, it also gives us a perspective. We see, a very tragic thing happening in Ahmedabad. And side by side, we also see new students posting on social media that they have gotten a good score in the NEET UG. So this is the life for you. This is the circle of life for you. There are people who are making new beginnings, and there are things which are ending tragically. We understand, and we as humans, sometimes we feel helpless, sometimes we feel hopeful, but we have to balance it all. There's no other way. You have to value the now that you have, fully. You have to value the time that you have. So we promise to you that we will start with this regular transform series 10 a.m. every day again. We promise to you that we have to be with you, because I saw, some of you were writing in the comments, sir, we missed you. And but we missed you even more. That's the truth. We missed you even more. Almost every day, me and Dr. Deepti were talking about, like, should we start it again, or should we give them some more time? With the postponement, and we it is like, the life is difficult, I understand that, and we totally, we keep seeing on the social media and other people, people have advices for the youngsters, but without understanding how difficult it is for you right now. I'm sure, it is so difficult to go through so many emotions in a short period of 15 days. Your exams get postponed, then you have a air crash happening, we lose doctors, we lose medical students there. It is such a tragic thing to happen. Then you see, side by side, that NEET UG ranks are coming. They are talking about becoming a doctor, not becoming a doctor. Suddenly, there's so much things happening all around. And as kids, we are overwhelmed. And if I am overwhelmed, I am sure you must be as well. So it's okay. It is okay to be overwhelmed. Don't be too harsh on yourself. डोंट थिंक के बॉस, मैं तो सर अभी भी उसी स्पीड पे पढ़ पाऊंगा। मुश्किल होगा भाई, इतना आसान नहीं है। कोई बात नहीं, धीरे धीरे वापस से बिल्डअप करते हैं, एंड विल हेल्प यू विद इट।
See, I'm also someone who gets very affected by almost everything that is happening around me. Um, and I can totally relate when you all say that it's getting difficult. But please understand, the only thing which is like a anchor for us is our journey. Do you understand this? Is our goal, mission, and the journey attached to it. So time and again, you have to tell yourself that whatever is happening around me is surely going to affect me, but at the same time, I have to stay focused on what my journey is, because through this journey only I am able to do whatever I am able to do for anyone. Do you understand this? At this time you feel very strongly, क्या मैं उनकी help कर सकते थे? Could we have done something? Right? And yes, people, doctors in BJMC are doing it. Yes, and how are they able to do it? Can you tell me? Through the journey that they chose for themselves. Yes? So please remember this. It is very, very essential that you should understand that we need to stay focused on our journey, close the doors, and only realize that this is what is most important to me as of now. There is time, but itna bhi nahi hai ki we let go of, and we take our own time to return back to the journey. वो नहीं है, you are losing precious time. I would say it's a good idea if anybody wants to restart. There are a few things that you all have to do, right? Number one, you will have to stay away from social media. I agree it's difficult in today's time, but that's the only way to do it. If you really don't want to get affected by it, because it is very difficult to say, I'm going to read it, but I'm not going to be affected by it. That's not going to happen. Okay? If you're going to read it repeatedly, it is going to affect you. Yes. So you need to understand that you need to stay away from social media for some time. Okay. When I say that, I mean literally cut it out. Second, you have to realign with targets, right? Give yourself targets, and that is why exactly I started giving you targets again, because somebody has to keep telling you now, do it, do it, do it. Okay, like your parents used to tell you, "Ki bas karo, TV mat dekho, stop scrolling on your phone, stop listening to this," and somebody has to now constantly tell you this, and it is only and only going to be through certain targets, right? So please, everyone who really feels that they want to join back into their journey with full swing, you have to start small, okay? And you need to follow these small targets that we are giving you. So please do the daily test that we are giving you. There is a DVT test, there is an MIQ test, there is a transform test, and they're actually free for everyone. So all of you just need to go into the test series. Now all these tests, even MIQ tests, would be available as a separate section in your test series, and they're unlocked for everyone. So please give these smaller tests. They give you perspective that you have to start where you are, right? How much are you lagging? That is exactly why I also am giving you targets every Sunday, either for a mock or a GT. Yes, last Sunday I asked you to give mock 8, and I'm really happy that a lot of students came back to me with their scores. Yesterday, I asked you all to give GT 51. Anyone who has not so far given the Grand Test 51, please give it. Okay. And let me know your number of correct questions. Just to help you all, I have divided all of you into three zones, categories based on number of correct questions and what you need to do further on to improve those number of correct. So you can visit my Telegram channel. There is zone 1 who are at less than 125. There are zone 2 who are between 125 and 145, and the zone 3 is beyond 145. So follow this. And the beauty is मैंने ये आपको last Sunday दिया था, these zone wise divisions for our students. And a lot of you have already started following, and you could see the improvement in your GT 51. Yes? So please follow the zone wise advice, and you will see that your number of correct questions will improve over a period of time. You need to be consistent. It will not happen one day. Okay?
And also, I have a suggestion to make, and I think I have actually a lot of things to say actually to help you. One thing that I have learned in my life is, and yesterday I was talking to a student and on social media, and she sent me a message that, sir, my mother is not well, and I'm unable to study, and I'm unable to take care of her because of the study, and I'm not able to, manage both the things. So there is a advice that I gave to the student, and I will repeat that advice to all of you also. That in our life we have a triangle where we have to, manage our own health, our own dreams that we have, because we want to fulfill our own personal legends that we want to do in our life, and we have our own relationships, and there is only now. Once you understand this, so then the only way out is to give you 100% in everything that you're doing. So my suggestion to all of you would be also that, if you feel that, I'm unable to do this, I'm unable to, let's give our 100% to everything. It is very important to give your 100%, otherwise you create regrets. And it is not about, winning or losing, it's more about not having any regrets. And second of my advice is that, like Dr. Deepti has already talked about giving grand tests and also talked about the value of testing. I also wanted to add a line for you for high yield information. In the
Yes,
last month, you have
absolutely.
to look at the high yield information again and again. DVT has to be revised multiple times. Don't forget it, because revision, the purpose of revision is not, listen to me, purpose of revision is not to look at everything again. Purpose of revision is to look at the high yield of every subject again to feel confident on the day of the exam. And second advice that I have is, yesterday another student called me up, is a child of a friend of mine, and she got anxious in the INISET paper. And I told her that, boss, you should appear for a CBT before the INISET paper so that you don't feel anxious. She said, sir, I did not know and I missed out on registering. So don't miss out on registering for the final DAM CBT, which will happen in July. On the app, you can click on the CBT button and go and appear for the CBT before the real exam. It will help you to manage the anxiety before the exam. So the key things will be testing, making more mistakes, learning from the mistakes, revising high yield, which will be DVT, and practice the real exam before the real exam itself so that you don't feel anxious.
Okay, some important things that I have mentioned, in my Telegram channel, one-on-one, I've been trying to reach out to as many students as possible as well. Right now, there are a few things that I want you to understand. Number one, you've been asking me, ma'am, is there still time to work on theory? The answer is absolutely yes. In fact, that is what you have to do, beta. If your content is not up to the mark in terms of, it may be very superficial, it may be inadequate, okay, it may even be too vast as well, so that you're not able to do it again, right? Anyone who understands this, the core is very, very important, the content is very, very important. So, especially for students who are at less than 125, you have to give priority to your theory, to your content. And I think there is a significant amount of time for everyone to work on their theory right now. There are different ways of doing it. One, I would suggest anybody who has done only one reading of LRR or no reading of LRR should do another reading. Okay, so I'm going to say it out. Okay, अगर आपने अभी तक LRR नहीं किया है या you've done it once, you should be doing it one more time. Finish one cycle of live rapid revision. You can give yourself targets like a bigger subject or a very vast subject like medicine, surgery. Your target should be 3 or 4 days. For medium subjects like obs and gynae, maybe ophthal, right? Path, you should keep around 2 days. For short subjects, you should keep around half a day to 1 day, right? So do one more cycle of live rapid revision. Second, suppose you are saying, ma'am, I have done 2 cycles of LRR now. I still want to improve my score. Then I would say TND should be your go-to resource. TND is an excellent way of retrograde revision. You know what you have to do is you revise your material, give the test, listen to the discussions. This will improve your application of content. बहुत सारे बच्चे ऐसे होते हैं, मैम, I've read my notes, I've read LRR, but I'm not able to still do it in the MCQs, which means the problem here is application of concepts and content. So anybody who feels they've done significant reading of their notes but still are not able to improve their number of correct should definitely do TND. It will help in both in revision as well as in MCQ skill. It will help you in application of content, in telling you what is most important, what should definitely not be missed, tricky questions, close options, everything, right? So this is how you should go about your theory. Once you have done one more cycle of live rapid revision and TND, we will keep the final phase for DVT. And I would require everyone to do at least 2 or 3, preferably 3 readings of DVT. Yes, it is going to be a game changer. It has everything that you need for your final lap, right? Especially important keywords, algorithms, images, next step things. Yes, core content, value-based things, one-liners, everything. And definitely, as Dr. Sumer has previously mentioned, we need simulation. We need to do it in the real scenarios. Okay, so giving CBT is very, very important. We will keep a free mock as well as we had planned earlier. We will do that for you. But CBT is absolutely essential. Okay.
So I take a very important query, and this query has been asked to me by many students in the last week or so. Sir, I was scoring well in my grand tests, but my initial paper, my number of corrects were less than what I was scoring in my GT. Now,
वो
what should I
सबकी
do that this
something.
does
Paper
not
was a little more tougher.
पेपर भी टफ था वो ठीक बात है लेकिन सर मैं ग्रैंड टेस्ट में 130 ठीक कर रहा था 140 कर रहा था मैं यहाँ पे 125 पे आ गया 120 पे आ गया मैं इम्प्रूव करने की जगह खराब हो गया तो इज इट पॉसिबल एंड हाउ शुड आई मेक श्योर दैट दिस डजंट हैपन इन नीट पीजी First of all, I am sure you know as you agree that Dr. Deepti also said the paper was moderate to tough. It was not an easy paper, so that also affects the number of corrects. But the more important thing is the reasons why we get less than what we were supposed to get are lack of revision. You have to make sure that you're revising high yield material in the end. Number two, this paper had a lot of PYQ based things. So if you don't look at the PYQs, you would suddenly find yourself pulled down. So if I was in your place, I would revise my NEET PG PYQs, I would revise my DVT, I would give you a target which is stiff. एंड और दीप्ति माइट गेट एंग्री ऑन मी दैट बच्चों को इतना मुश्किल टारगेट क्यों दे रहे हो लेकिन मेरा टारगेट है 10 जीटी आई वांट यू टू गिव 10 ग्रैंड टेस्ट इन द नेक्स्ट 45 डेज कर सकते हैं 10 जीटी 10 so if you do 10 GTs and if you follow my formula
And
after giving a
especially
grand
video solutions.
after giving a grand test for your mistakes use the DAMS video solutions that are available on the test for your mistakes मैक्सिमम टाइम अलॉटेड फॉर रिव्यू 3 आवर्स 3 घंटे लगाओ उससे ज्यादा नहीं उसमें सिर्फ मिस्टेक्स के वीडियो सुनते हैं तो सपोज यू आर एट मे बी 110 करेक्ट 90 रॉन्ग ओके आई एम गिविंग यू एन एग्जांपल सो दैट मींस यू विल हैव टू लिसन टू वीडियो सॉल्यूशंस ओनली ऑफ योर 90 क्वेश्चंस ठीक है अगला ग्रैंड टेस्ट फिर 90 फिर 90 सपोज मान के चलते हैं in the 5 GTs it might be 450 correct in wrong 450 wrong and you listen to the video solutions of the teacher for 450 mistakes. In the 6th GT, it is likely that you will make less 450 mistakes because you have already done that and you have listened to the teacher building the auditory memory. You will see you will improve a lot in the 6th GT and then another cycle of 5 in the real exam. In the real exam, you will be plus 20. I bet you will be able to do it if you revise your DVT, 10 GTs, analyze your mistakes with the video solutions, PYQ sessions and
Okay, I
attend
have something to add, Dr. Sameer. Okay, so I agree. I'm not going to get angry at your advice, but definitely what I have asked the students is to alternate one GT and one NEET PG mock. Now, there is a reason why I am telling you to alternate.
it has to be 10 papers.
Yes. Okay. So the reason I've asked them to alternate one GT and one mock is कि GT का ना difficulty level हम ऊपर नीचे करते रहते हैं ठीक है that is why because we want to prepare students for everything. So किसी GT में some subjects would be tougher, किसी में some other would be slightly tougher to give you a perspective that the paper can be on either side and we need to be well prepared for everything, right? NEET PG mock papers are actually mock papers, so they have a constant difficulty level. They are not going to be towards any extremes, right? And both of them give you a good perspective on what your number of corrects can be in a difficult paper. मतलब आप कितना नीचे गिर सकते हो, and what would be your good number of correct questions if it is an easy to moderate paper. So that gives a very good perspective to the student कि मैं ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा अगर पेपर मुश्किल आया I can drop down to 130 और अगर आसान आ गया I am able to score a maximum of 155, right? Just an example. So this tells you this is your zone. You may lie anywhere depending on the level of the paper. And this is what you have to prepare. Now you have to ensure कि मेरे zone में I should always be on the upper side. That's what is going to give you the edge. Then you follow the wrong diary and listen to the video solutions. These couple of things are going to be the most important advice we have for you. And I always tell, do we have an ulterior motive when we are giving you some advice? Yes, we have. Secret. What is our ulterior motive? Our motive is to convert you into good rank holders. Okay, that is our sole motive. Our motive is that the students attached to us, we should be able to make a difference in their life. They should be able to do well so that they remember us not just as some doctors, but somebody who had an impact in their life. Okay, we are all looking for a bigger impact. So yes, we do want you all to do well. So whatever advice we will give will be core things that we really feel make a difference and things that we would have also done if we were in your position. Yes. So please follow this, follow wrong diary, follow your zone wise advice, and yes, give GTs alternating with mocks. The more the merrier, but the more the merrier is only going to be helpful if you are analyzing it. If you're not analyzing, मैम मैं तो हर alternate day GT दे रही हूँ, right? It will not improve your score. I promise it will not. It will be a plateau. If you are at 130, you will remain at 130 even if you give it every alternate day. So unless you are doing the review, right, especially wrong questions, video solutions, and wrong diaries, it will not improve your score. The number of GTs will not matter. Okay, it won't. It will matter only when you review them. Okay, as simple as that.
Okay. I think there is a query that I want to take by Dr. Belim Aman. He is a foreign medical graduate. Last time he had a score of 149, and now you are appearing for this year's paper. So, beta, first of all, I want you to, I understand the feeling of 149. A 149 pe, it is a totally heartbreak thing happening. You're just one question more and you would have passed. But the problem is when you are repeating the attempt, the next paper will not start at 149, it will start at 0. You have to score those marks again. Many people do this mistake. They start thinking कि मेरा तो एक ही कम है, मुझे थोड़ा सा ही और पढ़ना है. ऐसा नहीं है, पूरा और पढ़ना है. I would give you three advices. Right now we are doing a course called as DFX face to face as well as on the app live in DAMS Gautam Nagar, and it is also available on the eMedicos app live called as DFX. DFX के अंदर I think Deepti also has a session in the next few days, and I have also have a session in next week. DFX, the teachers are revising the high yield material for FMG and telling you all the previous questions as well. So that is first thing you should do. DFX should be thorough. Second thing, on your app you have a course called as NEET PG PYQ ka BAP, in which there are previous year questions of NEET PG and FMG. Both of
Yes.
them you should do. Third, there are in your online test series FMG mock tests, and there are two CBTs for FMG exam available for booking on the app. That is all you need to do. मतलब FMG के mock test देने, FMG के CBT देने,
Yes.
प्रीवियस ईयर
Absolutely.
क्वेश्चन FMG नीट पीजी दोनों के देखने हैं. ऐप पे
Or DFX.
केवल वीडियो सुना DFX. If you do this in this coming period of month or so, I would say you would score more than 180. आप 180 से ऊपर स्कोर करेंगे. सिर्फ इतना भी अगर आप एक महीने में कर लेते हैं तो DFX. ओके, लेकिन फिर आप और सामान इकट्ठा मत करना, मुश्किल हो जाएगा. बिकॉज व्हेन वी आर रीस्टार्टिंग आफ्टर 149, वी आर नॉट रीस्टार्टिंग एट 149, वी आर रीस्टार्टिंग एट 0. वी हैव टू लुक एट एवरी सब्जेक्ट. कोई सब्जेक्ट छोड़ के मत जाना बेटा. सारे का डीएफएक्स करेंगे, सारे के प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चन देखेंगे. लास्ट टाइम नीट पीजी के पीवाईक्यू बहुत सारे आए थे, वो देखेंगे और पेपर देने की प्रैक्टिस करेंगे. यू विल विन द गेम.
Right. So can we restart making or can we start making the wrong diary now? Absolutely yes. It's never too late for doing the wrong diary. आप जब से भी शुरू करोगे, you will start seeing improvement from then on. But yes, it will take some consistency. So at least 2 or 3 GTs you will start seeing the improvement in the third one. So it is not a miracle. Okay, you will have to work on it for at least 2 GTs, and you will start seeing the improvement in the third one. Okay. Right. So I think we have sort of answered a lot of queries for today,
I
and
think
I
like
would.
one more query. साक्षी ने बोला सर ग्रैंड टेस्ट के अंदर भी DQB की तरह क्वेश्चन के नीचे वीडियो डाल सकते. I think we'll look at your feedback and we'll try to implement. So we are always working towards doing more and more things for you and building more features for you, and we are totally committed. We'll work hard on that. So how many revision of LRR and DVT from now onwards? This will be the final question. I would suggest maybe 2 to 3 revisions of DVT. Or DVT, what do you say?
Yes, absolutely.
And
Two
one
to
to two
three
revisions of
revisions. Yes, and one more reading of LRR. If you haven't done any reading, definitely do it. If you have done once before, do another reading of LRR. It can be done really rapidly. Okay. That's so
and
sweet. Ankita, yes, keep following the wrong diary. I hope you're improving your scores. My best wishes to everyone out there. You are trying your best, and we are just trying to sort of help you in which direction to put your efforts. See, एक बहुत simple बात है. Each one of you is very capable. Okay, you're all doctors. You're like bright minds, people who know how to work hard. You're not someone who has to be told this. So as far as working hard is concerned, I have no doubts on your abilities. Okay, I do not have doubts on your IQ levels. I do not have doubt in your intentions. Okay, so वो सब तो खत्म ही हो गया. आप छोटे बच्चे थोड़ी हो. You're all doctors, MBBS graduates, most of you out here. Some of you may be pursuing it right now, but that tells us that you have that intensity to work hard, the desire to work hard, the desire to excel, the desire to have an impact. What is only lacking is the right direction. Yes. So when we add that, the impact becomes bigger. Some of you are studying very randomly. Some of you are only counting numbers. Some of you are now, yes, procrastinating, okay, and thinking we have time, we have time. Beta time निकलते हुए पता ही नहीं चलता. Yes. So please value it. It is the most important thing to be valued. And that is why Dr. Sumay said, जो भी करना है वो आज ही करना है. If you haven't started so far, you will start now. Is that clear? So you will write in the chat box today, I am going to restart now and I will be truthful to my journey. I only want you to write these two things. I will restart now itself. Not today, now. ये session बंद करते ही go and give your test. Okay? The
एक
two tests
एक
that I
मिनट का
want
भी
you.
गैप नहीं चाहिए हमें बीच में. एक मिनट का भी गैप नहीं चाहिए. जैसे ही हम बंद करें वैसे पढ़ना शुरू करना है. और मैं ये कहना चाहता हूँ कि
और
जब भी
खाली
हमारे
पढ़ना
सपने बड़े
नहीं है. नहीं नहीं, खाली पढ़ना नहीं है. मैंने बोला ट्रूथफुली पढ़ना है. मुझे दिखाने के लिए नहीं पढ़ना, मम्मी पापा को दिखाने के लिए नहीं पढ़ना, किसी को भी दिखाने के लिए नहीं पढ़ना है. You are going to do it truthfully. That is a very important thing. उसके अलावा it doesn't make a difference. ठीक है? So you have to be truthful to your own journey, not to anyone else. Okay?
ओके. और मेरा ना यहाँ ना आखिर में यही मैसेज है आपके लिए ना कि जब भी हमारे सपने बड़े होते हैं ना, जब हमारी एम्बिशन होती है, जब हम एम्बिशियस होते हैं, कई लोग होते हैं ना जो कहते हैं जो जैसा चल रहा है जिंदगी में ठीक है. कई लोग होते हैं जिनको ज्यादा चाहिए जिंदगी से, एम्बिशियस हैं. आपकी बात कर रहा हूँ बेटा, आपकी, जिनको ज्यादा चाहिए जिंदगी से, एम्बिशन है हमारे अंदर. सो इफ वी हैव अ एम्बिशन बट वी आर नॉट डूइंग समथिंग अबाउट इट, हमें पता है कि हम करना चाहते हैं लेकिन हम नहीं कर रहे होते, इनएक्शन जब होता है ना तो एंजाइटी होती है. मूवमेंट हो जाए ना, करना शुरू हो जाओ, पढ़ना शुरू हो जाओ, तो एंजाइटी खत्म हो जाती है. सो दैट इज व्हाट वी वांट यू टू डू. वी वांट यू टू रीस्टार्ट बिकॉज इफ वी आर वर्किंग, इफ यू आर डूइंग समथिंग, तो एंजाइटी नहीं होती. अगर हमें पता है कि करना है लेकिन कर नहीं रहे हैं ना, तो बहुत एंजाइटी होती है. सो दैट थिंग दैट यू कीप फीलिंग कि सर लग रहा है सब मिस हो गया, एंजाइटी हो रही है, इसलिए हो रही इनएक्शन है. कन्वर्ट दैट इनटू एक्शन. आज से शुरू करेंगे और हम भी आपसे वादा करते हैं क्योंकि आपका जो प्यार है वो हमारे लिए भी उतना ही जरूरी है. We will be back again tomorrow 10 a.m. in the Daily Transform. We will start it now every day. We wish you all the best, Vita.
Take care, everyone. And as we used to say, make your day into a productive day. Okay? Take care, all of you. Bye.
Bye, everyone.